Okay, so I want to share with you guys something, an experience that I have been in. If you have ever felt this sense of like being clear and then being unclear and then being clear and about being unclear, like you finally find the thing that you're going to launch, or the thing, or the ideal client, or the program, or whatever that thing is, and you feel like you have it, like you're holding it, and you're like, oh, I found my purpose, I found my alignment, and like it's here, and it's like I can finally hold it. And then like 2 days later, you're back in a fog, and you're like kind of waiting back and forth, and you're getting clear, and you're like, this is it. And then 2 days later, all of a sudden, but this isn't it. And I don't know why, but it's not it. So if you have ever been in this loop, then I'm going to be recording this series of video where I am going to walk myself out of this loop. Because what has happened, and this is a little trippy, one of my clients actually had this loop, and there's some kind of exchange. You know, I'm a human design projector. I think it might have something to do with it, because I take on other people's energies. And sometimes there's energy switching apparently going on, where I'll, not like shapeshift, but I'm going to literally take on the loop or whatever the thing that they're in. And to me, it came out of a sincere desire to help this client. I kind of started taking this loop on. So now that I'm in this loop, I might as well share about how to walk myself out of it. So that is the introduction, I suppose. But yes, let's dive in. So if you have ever felt this, feeling of non-settled, like it becomes unsettling when you have not been able to zero in on your purpose, right? You're in this like, there is a purpose, and I want nothing more than to hold it and to know that this is mine. This is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. And I desire with my entire being that I find that I get a hold of what this is. Okay? I want you to tune in when you're in this. What does it feel like? What's the feeling? What are you experiencing? This feeling of having and holding the purpose. Holding the purpose. Like feeling, yes, oh my gosh, the relief that you have found it. The relief that you have found it. It's like, this is it. Like, I finally know that I'm doing the right thing with my life. I finally found the path. It is arrived. I finally got it. See what I'm saying? So we have been a little bit stuck in a loop of looking for the purpose and never finding it. So tune into what that is, if you can. Always looking for the purpose and never finding it. It's like I'm so much energy, so much mental energy wrapped up in the search. There's a constant search for meaning, search for purpose. Like, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Supposed to be doing. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? What is that thing? Feel the energy of that. when you're constantly, unconsciously, always in the background, that is like this question, where is it? Where is the purpose? Now, we're starting to step back and we're starting to see that this is maybe not real. It is real depending where you're looking from. We're literally pulling energy outside of ourselves to look for a purpose, instead of tuning in and feeling into who am I, because the purpose is really, you get to choose the frequency in which you anchor. You can anchor, you can choose the level of consciousness, the level of context in which you want to operate. There's a choice in the matter. Of course, the context options that we have to choose from are really, somewhat limited by our traumas or whatever's hold us from opening the wider level of consciousness and context, right? But we have a choice. We have a choice. We have been stuck in a loop of looking for purpose somewhere outside of ourselves. As if somebody's supposed to give us that purpose. See the problem with that? It's like you're a student running around looking for the assignment. What's the assignment? What's the assignment? I have to do it. I have to get it right. I need to be a good student. I need to do a good job. I need to do A+ on my purpose. The problem is that I don't know what that is, and it's hiding. And I'm going, okay, where is it? I need to find it. I need to find what that assignment is, and I need to do A+ on it. So, now we need to question, is this really so? Is this really so? Is the purpose really an assignment that somehow I'm not even clear to seeing, and I'm going to fail terribly if I don't find out what that assignment is, let alone do it? It's like there's something that we need to do. We just don't know what that is. So what is purpose? What is purpose? How do we find it? How do we find it? This is where we have to literally anchor into a driver's seat. Really sit back and anchor into the driver's seat, anchor into our spine, anchor into our body, anchor into a driver's seat in your body. Feel yourself into your body. Fill your body with your energy. with your aura. Let yourself sit in your energy. Feel every inch. Just go through your body and fill your body with your own energy. Whatever colors it is. Different colors that you like. From the center of your being, from the center of your body, fill yourself. Fill your body with your own energy. Beautiful colors. What colors do you see? Breathe those colors into your body. So now, you might feel some cleaning work happening to your chest, to your upper heart and your throat. So those airways need to be clean. For us to have confidence in our decisions. There is a thing that needs to happen. Now I feel like I'm going on a tangent. We'll see where this goes. Just going to trust this. Trust this transmission. So, we have to really be in our body to be able to use the correct decision-making process. We really have to be embodied. This is especially important for somebody like me who is a splenic projector, because for me it's instinct is in the body. So if I'm not in the body, I'm going to have a really hard time, getting fired up about things. So it's super important to make decisions in the body, to really feel ourselves in the body, every inch. And if we're not in the body, we just don't make decisions. We don't try to figure things out. This is the problem that we're doing, is that we're flying around. We're not embodied. Our energy is not home. Our energy is all over the place. And we're picking out all kinds of signal. And we're trying to figure out our life. When it comes to any kind of goal setting or decision making, where we're making important decisions and thinking about our strategies and our future and our decisions like that, it is so important that we're not all over the place picking out all sorts of things, because it's going to be so hard for anything to stick. And the things that we're going to be picking out are maybe not things that are right for us either, right? So we're going to be very confused. So confusion is, it seems to me that confusion, the way I experience confusion, it's a little bit, feels like a trauma response. It feels like scatteredness and not knowing who we are because our energy is so all over the place. So it's extremely important as empaths that this is what Christina teaches us, my mentor. She's amazing, but this is like, I'm just getting what she's been teaching us, right? As it's coming online for me. It's so important for us to call our energy back. Otherwise, we can't trust ourselves. It's our scattered energy that is confused about itself because we don't know who we are. How the heck am I supposed to decide when I feel like this one day and then I chameleon into this other being, because I'm constantly energy swapping and taking on other people's energies? Then we get lost in, oh my God, I don't know where the heck I am and who the heck I am, because I'm constantly swapping with people and we don't even know it. We're doing these things. I'm just seeing it now as I'm recording this. We don't even know this. We don't even know we do this all the time. So we need to really, really learn how to stay in the body. Christina teaches us staying behind the eyes. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Being in the body, feeling our own energy, feeling what our decision-making system is like, because the body is our doorway to navigating this universe correctly. And if we're not in a body and we can't feel our body because we're scattered all over, it's very difficult to navigate correctly. So being behind the eyes, she talks about, it's the thing, but it takes practice. And it takes intention and it takes focus to be behind the eyes, in the body, grounded. All the energy, here, not all over. Back here, right where I am, concentrated, right? As strong as it can be, as concentrated and together as it can be, because that focused energy has a lot of creative power. It has a lot of energy in it. It feels like we start to feel really, really strong. When we're scattered and we're like this, then we become blah, right? So we really need to call our energy back in. When we do that, we have so much fire. You can even feel it from me as I'm doing it right now, right? So we're calling our energy back. Pulling your energy back into your body. It's where we lose so much creative energy. So much can come back just like that. Just like that. Now there's all the power to create and decide. But there's a practice. Because at first it's like, oh, I feel like this and then I feel like this and I feel like this and then I feel like this, and the energy is fluctuating. So the practice becomes staying anchored in a very stable and in a really good energy, and anchoring that in. The energy that makes you feel good, to kind of cultivate it, cultivating the right presence. And as we do that, we cultivate this presence, right? We start to begin develop our presence. It's a cultivation. And we start anchoring it in, and we start bringing it more and more into our life. The frequencies that we really like, the level of, how we show up in the world, we start cultivating it. We start bringing forth the energy, right? So it's an art and it's a practice. And we have to really do the work, do the energy development work, so to speak. So, from this center, it's very important that is what happens first. This has to be cultivated. Then, after a few days of practice, once we start trusting that we know how to cultivate this energy, this creative energy within us, and we can really bring very solid, grounded energy with that fire inside that is there too, right? Like when or whatever your thing is, right? Whatever you're really authentic, like the juicy energy you really like, you really enjoy bringing forth, right? And you can use it by intention, and you cultivate your skills to show up as that person. You're not it. It's just one of the varieties of you. And you cultivate the different varieties of you. You cultivate different styles in which you show up by intention, right? So the question of purpose is not, what do I want to do? But who do I want to be? What's the quality of the presence that I bring forth? What is the quality of the presence that I want to bring forth? It's that simple. This is so beautiful. And it's a presence that can be only described by you feeling it, by you embodying it energetically. It's like this. This is the presence, the level of presence that I'm bringing forth. So I hope that helps. Well, actually, I really, really, really hope that you can feel into it, and together we can begin in this course, in this sequence, together we can begin cultivating our presence as leaders, as mentors, and as guides. And we can really begin to find out who we are, or better, to choose who we are. This is the magic of purpose. This is not about finding out the perfect thing you're supposed to be doing. It's calling in the presence, or calling out from within you the presence, the frequency, the way of being that feels really good, and tuning into these things and learning how to cultivate these presences, right? While giving yourself so much grace and so much space and so much love just to be whoever. It's going to be a lot of times where we just need all the other parts to play, and we need to have compassion for all the other parts that are coming online that are asking to be healed. And so the healing process is also going on simultaneously, and for me personally, this is a part that I don't quite know yet. So hopefully that will become revealed. But what is the balance between the healing and the anchoring in the presences, right? The question is going to be like, how much time is sustainable for us to devote to allowing a lot of stuff come up and being with it and healing? How much of that we want in our life versus how much anchoring in presence. And the thing is that life is always going to throw things at us that are going to force us into a healing mode where we have to deal with stuff, right? So it might just be that we need to just allow life to just kind of throw things at us to an extent, and then do our best to show up a certain way with intention, right? Rather than being at the effect of life, really become the creators of who we're being in our life by intention and by embodying different frequencies that feel really good to us. Okay, so that seems to be this lesson, this transmission, this particular transmission. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm going to work on really anchoring it more and more, and playing with the different types of presence, and like really practice showing up a certain way. So it's a fun thing to play with, and we will see where this takes us.